those beautiful flowers. They're so beautiful. If you look really closely, like just noticing the small things around us. Cute. Instead, it seems I found some, I think they're called mulberries in English. I'm not looking for mulberries though, I'm looking for another orange food, and it's chanterelles. But I'm finding these mulberries, I'm like, oh, maybe I have more luck harvesting mulberries. I've never really fully tried mulberries before, so maybe I'll find a stack and make a dessert for me and my dad. Ooh, another one. Oh my god, this one is big. Oh, get away. Currently sitting in the bushes. Wow, I have never been in this exact spot, and actually the road is just there. I've walked past this so many times, and I was looking for canderels, but I only found like a lot of mulberries, and I never really tried mulberries. I'm like a person that likes everything. There's barely any foods that I don't like, but I remember when I was a kid I was like, ew, mulberries. So I think we're gonna make mulberry cream because it's very, very like traditional dessert here in Norway and I guess Scandinavia, and I know my dad likes it, so a little gesture for my dad. It's very misty today, and I think I love that because my skin has been acting up. I do have perioral dermatitis, and I'm currently doing zero therapy, which is basically not using any product. Oh my god, a dragonfly. Let me just put my hand up and see if a dragonfly lands on my hand. Where were we? Zero therapies, but not wearing any makeup or cleansing or using even moisturizer, because moisturizer actually makes it worse, even though it's flaky, red, inflamed, dry. It's horrible, and I feel insecure about my skin, and I just reached this point where I'm like, I just have to try zero therapy. So, here we are. And when I was in Bali, my skin completely cleared up. And what I'm assuming is that it was because of the heat and the humidity. So being out here today just feels really nourishing for my skin and my soul. I had my last shift at work yesterday, and honestly it didn't feel like anything special. It's like, yeah, it's over. I'm very grateful and ready for a new chapter. So now I got oh my gosh, there's so many flies around me. Now I got 2 weeks off, and I am extremely excited to just relax. I'm also taking a break from posting on Instagram and rather want to create content here because I find it really, really nourishing to my soul. It feels a lot more like chilled out, relaxed, and fun. I feel like Instagram, it's so snappy, it's so curated, but here I can just like talk, and yeah, it feels like freedom. It feels really nourishing to me. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna look a little bit more now. I'm like out of the mulberry zone and more in the like, these red berries. I do have a lot in my freezer from last year. Like I never eat them. They're called tyttebær in Norwegian. Mulberry is called multebær. Fun fact of the day, actually one thing that was kind of weird when I was finding these mulberries, I was like, wait, what the fuck is mulberry in English? Like multebær in English? And it just came to me. And I'm so freaking fascinated by us humans because we hold so much information that we don't even have to consciously think. It just comes up to us. It's within us. And it's so fascinating. Like, wow, we can program anything into our body, guys. Both good and bad. Habits and such, you know, we are very habitual. And that's one thing I really want to lean into when I'm moving soon. also in the upcoming days, just like really being intentional, taking deeper breaths. And I've just been finding a lot more peace because I know that I am in control. Because we're in the same relation. Oh God, I just had a conversation with a man yesterday, and I love when I meet very integrated spiritual beings. And it was just really unexpected that this man just like was awakened. He knew. And we were talking about simulation theory and CIA documents and, you know, the good shit. And it's really out there, but it's so refreshing talking about these things with people because the information is so like out there right now. A lot of people are aware, and instead of like thinking about it alone and letting the fear eat us up, I think it's needed to talk about these things with people and actually like ground it into reality. Don't float, because when you start floating, you start to lose really like the grounding sense, the root contact, and that can be a very dangerous place to be in, like for psychosis or depersonalization. I have experienced depersonalization before. I really struggled with it in my teenage years, in the beginning of my awakening, but it was induced by something else that we will not talk about. It was a really hard period of time for me, and if you're going through any of these experiences, know that you are wired for evolution, for growth, for healing, so you will get over that. Don't let the fear eat you up. Get into nature, ground, pick berries, take deeper breaths, move more slowly. Don't let the tasks of reality eat you up. You have to really ground yourself, and I'm really learning that right now, because I've been having these like experiences within my body, just like very shallow breathing and like gut issues, and I'm just like realizing it's a lot about nervous system, just really feeling stressed out and not breathing properly and just rushing through life. And yeah, I'm having a lot of epiphanies these days, but it's really beautiful to me because I'm feeling a lot of peace now. Yeah, peace with life, like everything is coming together, everything is working out, and nature just provides clarity and yeah, love. Very grateful, very grateful. Okay, oh my gosh, these flies are like eating up my ears. I'm gonna look a little bit more for some mulberries. I have like enough for like 1.5 portions of mulberry cream. So let's continue looking and then let's head home. I'm having a realization as I'm eating my ice cream, while I was like, oh, the flavor is kind of off. It's too tangy. I'm like, why is it tangy? And then I remember I added both avocado and mango, which I never really do. And I was like, well, actually then it's not tangy, it just tastes like mango. And I was like really noticing my flavor palette and my taste buds. And I realized, oh my god, the food that we're eating is all about our state of being. If you eat your food with a lot of guilt and whatever emotion, you are literally eating that frequency. And I know this like sounds weird, but when you're really into the depths of that understanding, that is why our state of being is so incredibly important. Not just in what we eat, it just sets a good example. Because if you eat food and you feel like it's really nourishing you, it's making your skin glow, you feel calm, you feel like, oh my god, This tastes so clean and nourishing. Sorry, I had to take a bite. It's so good. It really just shows. Wow. Sorry, I'm just mind blown right now, because when you really feel that and you really understand it in a deep way, not just like, yeah, I get it. No, you feel it. Life gets to be so incredibly fun when we really understand the rules of the game. Yeah, I just feel more powerful. I'm not doomed. Like Joe Dispenza said, you're not doomed by your genes. Well, yeah, he's got a point. Also, when I look at my life, I think to myself, like, this is just as good as it gets. Like, I think this is like, I kind of accepted that my life is mediocre, and that dreaming and wishing feels so far. But when you really practice gratitude and positivity, optimism, you really start to attract things that really does expand, and yeah, expands the horizon of your field. Your field gets bigger, you join more experiences that reflect more love, and you really get shown that, hey, it's actually possible. You're beginning to really work with some powerful energies, and we all crack open in very unique, different ways, but I just find it so incredibly beautiful, the human experience, and how grateful I am that I'm safe, I'm warm, and I get to experience and really be engaged with the spiritual experience of being a human. Some people live in horrible experiences where they don't get the time to think of that because they're in so much suffering, and just sending out compassion and love to all the beings that are going through it right now, because oh my god, that is some tough shit. What that soul did to go through such a huge, I don't know, big topic and question to ask, but I just feel grateful. But yeah, in case you are wondering, like, what the fuck is this ice cream you're raving about? So I have a huge bag of frozen bananas in my freezer because I love to make this when I have a sweet tooth and I want to have a little something sweet in the evening. And I freeze bananas. I put them in a blender with some milk of choice, salt, and ice cubes, and that's like the base. And then I can top it with like chocolate, peanut butter, cacao nibs, salt, or like today I added mango in mix and avocado for a more creamy texture. I'm not a fan though. It's still really good. It's just not like the original. I've also made it with like raw cacao powder, and it's just like delicious. I'm really trying to be more intentional about the food I eat, because yeah, my relationship with food have just gotten really weird. But also I think that's why I had the epiphany about it's about the state of being. So then I can choose to just not worry and enjoy my meals with presence and love. Okay, that was my thoughts. I tidied up my room. I changed my bed sheets. I cleaned the floor. I still need to clean this part, but and I was so sweaty after that I had to freaking go shower again. And now I brought my body butter. I'm gonna lather that up on my body and then watch Desperate Housewives. Housewives! That was hard to say. Perfect Friday evening. By the way, I have never gotten bit by a tick before, but when I was in the woods, a fucking tick crawled on me. I freaked the fuck out because I've never seen one like that. I've only seen the ones who have gotten like, they've eaten so much. I'm pretty sure their blood is sucking, so they've eaten so much blood that they're huge, right? On my cats, they become huge. I've only seen them like that, not the small one, and I was so shocked because it's so small. Like, imagine getting a bit by a tick like inside the hair. Like, how would you ever notice? Oh my gosh, ticks terrify me. But yeah, luckily I didn't have any. I got my dad to check me, and yeah, I didn't have any, so I'm good. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna wind down a bit. I'm really in a journal flow right now. Every time I sit down and journal, I write like 3 pages, and that just never happens because I always used to force it, and it would create this like really weird like, oh. But now I'm just like really fucking digging it. My thoughts are flowing. I'm like in a flow, so it makes sense. But yeah, I'm gonna lay down. No, like seriously, I'm gonna lay down. I'm not gonna start yapping.